Okay, boys and girls, it's Sunday. We leave tomorrow. It's about 10:30 a.m. I'm getting a quick 20 on the tread. I'm gonna do a couple simple lifts. Head to open mat. I'm gonna try to roll probably 5-6 rounds. Come home, stream, pack for the Boston trip. 5:30 podcast. Make some dinner. Wake up, fly to Boston. I'm gonna vlog. I'm gonna try to vlog all week and put it on Patreon for you guys. If we're too slammed, I won't be able to, but I'm gonna do my best. I think I'll be able to. So come along, brothers. Okay, Sunday morning, we'll start off about 5 miles per hour on the treadmill, about 20 minutes, get the legs warmed up. Hit about 3 sets of 8 curls, pretty simple, light, 25 pound, 3 sets of 8. And we'll move into some heels elevated front squats with the 80 pound kettlebell, 3 sets of 8 here. Then we'll do some straight legged deadlifts with the kettlebell, toes elevated, 3 sets of 8, pretty simple, nothing crazy. And then 35 pound kettlebell lunges that emulate a shot. Both sides here, 3 sets of 8, like I said, something simple so I can do it every day. And then 3 sets of 8 pull-ups. Wow, look at that back and those love handles. And then we'll take a dip in the plunge. Quick dip, 40 degrees, get dipped under there. It'll really wake you up after that workout. And we'll move over and have some essential supplements, some multivitamins, some zinc, and some fish oils, followed by some aminos, and boy, are these tasty, like a lemonade. Then we'll have some eggs, steak, some leftover potatoes, a little bit of strawberries, a little bit of blueberries with that refreshment, as always, and my vitamins. All right, it's a beautiful Sunday morning routine for you. Usually we record the pod at 10:30 a.m., but since we're leaving tomorrow, we're doing a little later, 5:30 p.m. So we have noon open mat for you, so come along. I brought the kids to the dojo for some open mat, huh? Beetle, she might bite, but oh well. And back to the studio. It's literally right down the hall from my dojo. This is the doctor's office here. And then I'm getting this new space. I think, well, I pretty much already got it, so. But here's what I'm gonna do to it. It's pretty huge. Up here, I'm gonna make like a, kind of like a coffee shop type vibe where you can come study if you need. Well, literally all the power's off, but this thing is about 2,300 square feet. There's a bathroom right there. I'm gonna knock down this wall. So it should be pretty open and sweet. Paint it, do the floors like a stained concrete. Knock down this wall, and watch what I turn it into. This will be room 2 of my dojo. All right, let's pop into the coach's office so I can get my mind right. A little leftover joint right here. Have a little smoke, get the mind right, get some flows in, huh? Coach's office. Oh, a little bit of fresh herbulation before training. I'm not gonna like train like competition speed today. Sundays I like to come, get in the gi a little bit, work some guard, work some sweeps, work some back takes, and just enjoy getting a sweat. What kind of tunes we feeling? I got the fired up tunes, which have a little bit of Jack Harlow, a little Kodak Black, a little 6ix9ine, a little Baby. Let's get pumped up, baby, get some rolls. I'm gonna try to record a Red Hawk recap on Wednesday, maybe with Dan Gardner and Brandon Harris, something, get it cooking. All right, baby, ready for battle. Okay, we'll start with a warm-up roll with Johnny. Quick pull guard to the Berimbolo, let him out. There's a little warm-up round, so we'll keep up here. He goes De La Riva. I kill the De La Riva. He comes up single leg X. Gets the sweep. I go spider guard, single leg X, X guard on him. Tip him over, get the sweep back. A little knee cut, pull-up pass. We're just flowing here. We're just flowing. Johnny's one of my instructors. He's a competitor too. Very good jiu-jitsu in the gi. And we're warming up, flowing here. Nice little transition there. 50-50. That Beetle right off, damn it. Now we got pull and guard. We'll tip him over for a quick Berimbolo to the back take. There we go. That's how a flow round should go. You give them moves, they give you moves. You let them sweep you, you sweep them. No finish submissions. You're just warming the joints up, warming the limbs up. Here. Okay. Next, we'll move on to some more real rolls. And if you're not into jiu-jitsu, then you can scroll right past this.
but I thought I'd come in here and get a little Sunday sweat before we take off to Boston in the morning. Okay. Double by Johnny. Turtle up. He takes the back. And we're cruising here. Art of Jiu-Jitsu, baby. Nothing better. Okay, now we have a Ralph Gracie brown belt, one stripe brown belt come in. Nice guy, super nice guy. He hits a guard pull, looking for a deep half guard already, so I hit the back step. He had a deep underhook. Back step, get a crossface. Try to stay ahead of that half guard. Forces him to turtle up. Get that bottom leg crank here. I got wrist control and a collar. Gives you pretty good control. Move on to north-south. Grab a Kimura here. You can flop to an arm bar. There's a handful of things you do. Slid the bottom hook in as he went to turtle. Look for double collars to see if he can give me the double collar grips here. He does a good job at sneaking out. Crawl back up, pop up to knee on belly. Try to get my 2 points. Not quite 2 points there. Left hand goes under the armpit, gets the far lapel, makes some space for that far hook. It's a back take that Tiquinho taught me years ago. We got Beetlebug there. We brought my dogs to the gym here. Looking for the double collars. Just got done commentating all this, and then Sean calls, and now I got to start over. Okay, about fall off. Pick one side so you don't fall off. This is right where my high from that joint starts hitting me, and I start floating. Okay, he tries to scramble from turtle to half guard, but I stayed ahead of him. My right hand got an underhook, and I went right to the knee cut. That's a good key when you're going against guys that do half guard. They try to turtle up. As soon as they roll, they're looking for half guard and an underhook. So if you can beat them to the underhook, then you can pass the guard just like that. So we get 3 points for the pass, and then we get 4 points for the mount. Keep that right underhook and my head really low. He does a good job here, though. He does a good job, gets underneath me for his deep half guard. My right hand's going to keep the outside of his pants to make sure he can't wrestle up. It makes it hard for him. So I'll go back with that left hand crossface. Stuff the head a bit. Be ready to wrestle just in case he comes up. Try to get that lapel. Go back to the knee cut. And crossface. Back to... Yep, we're just staying on top here. Right hand looks for the underhook again, so then I can knee cut. Now a good half guard position. This is what Tiquinho's best at, best in the world at, passing the half guard like this, and his pressure is phenomenal. So I've learned a lot from him over the years on how to crush people in half guard and then move on. Beautiful Sunday for a little smoke. He does a good job getting his half guard back on the other side, so I'm going to go back to, I think, pummeling, get my underhooks when I'm on top, just crushing him with those fat red hips. This is where I think that lifting every day, not heavy, but lifting those legs every day pays off. You can really feel the strength. But see here, my head's low, my left hand underhook. I'm in a good spot. I don't even really give him a chance to frame up anywhere. Just like that, secure the pass, and we'll go back to mount here for the 4 points. The guard pass plus the 4 points mount. Pop off to knee on belly, because I don't really like the mount position that much unless I can force him to gift wrap and take the back. And just sinking those fat red hips. Just crush. Give up the back again. And he gives up the head and arm. Right hand really deep on the head and arm. Palm up. Sink all the way down, ear to ear. And a slow squeeze on that for the head and arm. There we go. Good round there. Now we got George, one of my purple belts from Russia. He's a one-stripe purple belt. He pulls guard straight to single leg X. Straight to single leg X, and George is a very strong guy, so he's got me in single leg X here, and he's got a sleeve. So I'm making sure to point my right shin towards his stomach. I don't want to open it up so he tips me over in the single leg X. It's like this, so he's got me tied up a bit here. I'm just keeping my balance, kind of waiting for his next move. Once he makes his next move, and then I can open up. Since he's got that sleeve, I can't get that foot off my hip for the single leg X. Hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday here. I'm drinking a Topo Chico. I'm thinking about a Berimbolo here, but he switches and then moves the leg to 50-50. Now I've already got him beating the 50-50, and when I'm on my feet, it's a little bit easier to defend, so I'm gonna get that pop over that. He does a good job, wrestles up to the single. I stay on the head, he's below my knee, so when he's below your knee, you can spin and take the back. If he's above the knee, you gotta wrestle normal. A little bit different in the gi here, it makes it harder to spin. So I spin, he pops his hips up and scrambles real hard, and he ends up getting on top. Good job, Georgie. Now he's got this smash position from the half guard, and he's got a good grip on my pants with his right hand, so it kind of makes me stuck. So I'm focusing on just keeping some space with my left arm, not letting his, now I move on to the Kimura. We got a half guard Kimura here, and I figured I probably wouldn't be able to get that Kimura out. I try, loosen up, and then try to get it out a couple times, but George is strong. So this is a little dangerous here. I let him get out of half guard. Some people will go for that far side of arm bar, but I knew once he starts walking around the head, I'm gonna really explode on that Kimura. Walk myself north-south, explode, extend the Kimura. I end up in this Kimura trap position here. Okay, now we're just gonna cook them a little bit. Stay heavy. Heavy with the chest. Feels good getting back in the gi. I had a rib injury for a while, so get back training with my students always feels good. So Georgie goes to scramble. Keep a hold of him, pop up knee on belly, get 2 points. There's my 2 poodles right there, cutest dogs on earth. Move back to the Kimura trap. He bumps up to go to a single again, but I get a crossface and sprawl real hard this time. He gives up his back. I miss the far hook, so I go for the classic. Classic back take Turk. Seat belt, missing both hooks, so I'm gonna walk back north-south here. Space for that left hook. Now I'm gonna pull him all the way to the other hip, go to body triangle position, where I have some good control here. Try to see if I can find some gi grips, some collar grips. Hazel's wanting to play some fetch, and I'm trying to whoop some ass. So I'm trying to find a collar grip here on him. He does a good job defending. We switch hips. Watch my left hand under his armpit. Left hand under his armpit. Benson Henderson taught me this. You grab kind of below the pinky on the hand, and they forget about this hand, but then you pull this hand behind their back, and then you pull it up their back, almost like a cop choke, and you can get him to tap out like that. Now we're with my boy Josh, one stripe purple belt. You never want to go into the full guard like that, but Josh did a good job at pulling me right into his full guard. So I stood up right away. My right hand's got the lapel, left hand's gonna start pushing down the knee. I'm not worried about him, what he's doing with that lapel so much yet. Little shakes, he opens the guard, drops into a De La Riva. Break the collar grip, kill the De La Riva. Thinking leg drag here. But I decided to step over, kill the De La Riva, grab the lapel. He has a lapel feed here, but he lets me get that right underhook. That right underhook kind of saves me. Now it puts a lot of pressure on his grip. Start knee cutting through. I'm able to get through there for the pass and the 3 points. It's important when you sit up for those lapel feeds that you stay real tight so they can't get their underhook. Pop up knee on belly, try to add up a few more points here. Go for the Kimura, step back, around the head, seat belt. Did a good job at kind of sinking down and blocking my hook, but I found some space with that left hook again. Same way, pull him to the other side, get the body triangle, kind of a half-ass body triangle. Now I'm looking for both grips, end up getting both grips, and that's a very, very high percentage choke when you get both grips. So I know he's gonna pull guard again. I know he's probably gonna pull guard again, but he hits me here, I think, with a good fake guard pull into a single leg. Now he's into the single leg here. I get the far grip, sit, and then give him a tossin'. Give him a tossin'. End up in side control. North-south position, with that left hand by the hips. And just lay my fat hips on him. Then he kind of jumped on that head and arm real quick. It was under his armpits, and I made sure I got ear to ear, forehead to the ground, right arm deep, and the head and arm right there. Josh has been my student for a little bit now. He's a really great guy. He hits another guard pull. I couldn't time his guard pull. He was doing a good job at that. Puts the deli heave in. I feel him messing with the lapel. I know he's got a good grip on that. I forget what I do here. I just keep my balance so he doesn't off-balance me. Break the collar grip. Yep, dive for the back. Dive for the back in a leg drag position. Reaching for the hips, keeping my right foot glued to the mat so he can't get that leg free and start pulling it to 50-50 or single leg X. And just keeping that right foot flexed. That's my focus here. Driving in and keeping the right foot flexed. Here I feel like that head and arm's coming again, but then I think I go to this dope mount position and then mount. There we go. And then sink into the head and arm again. Windshield wiper the foot. Sink in. Need to adjust. I don't think my right arm was deep enough, so I felt I was just kind of muscling this one a little bit. There we go. Head and arm. Okay, back to the feet. Finding grips. I'm thinking about pulling guard here. I'm not sure how much time's left. Trying to time his guard pull. I don't want his feet to get to my hips. And he just did a good job at switching it up again. Going into the guard. Quick little Toriano guard pass to north-south. Try to force the turtle. Keep my feet in just in case he tries to get me in a guard or something. Keep the cross face. Keep my knees kind of pinched. Thank you for the roll, Josh. Now we got Adrian. Adrian's one of my students. He's been a student for a while, and he's very good. He's very hard to submit. Hard to submit. Very strong in the gi. Can wrestle pretty good, too. Kind of forgot what happened, so it's here. So he gets into the single. I think he gets into another shot here. He gets in the single leg. I have pretty good balance in the single leg. I don't mind defending the single leg. Make sure he doesn't have a collar grip. Okay, now we defend that. Hope you guys don't mind my haircut there. I went for a little mullet type look. I try to hit ankle pick. He does a reshot, gets back to a single. He gets deep in the single this time. Now I have a Kimura trap on the far wrist. His head's inside. So I'm just going to keep this, waiting for his head to pop outside. And I don't think his head pops outside. But this is good. This is a good single leg defense that's illegal in wrestling. A Kimura trap is illegal in wrestling, but it's a good way to defend the legs. Just like this, so we get into that Kimura trap position. Walk myself north-south. Try to go for the Kimura, but he's a really strong guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the Kimura out on him. So I just keep that right hand underhook. And with that underhook stuck, I do have an option to go to the armbar, but I don't really want to give up position. Make sure I tuck that gi in so my love handles don't sag out. Okay, keep my underhook. Now we get a crucifix position here. This is good for MMA. Right hand underhook. My left leg's over his shin. Over his arm. My head's to the mat, and this is a position where you can really beat the tar out of somebody, if you choose. Stay ahead of him, just trying to keep my weight, make him carry my weight. Back to turtle here. And we're cruising. 2 grips under the armpits. Keeps control of someone pretty well. If you feel like you're losing them, you can pick the side and go knee on belly. Now he does this little ankle trick he's been trying for years. But I know that trick when he does that. So crossface good. Just cook him. Baiting the mount, boom. So quick with the mount. Kind of baiting him so he bridges, so he feels like he can bridge on top of me and then just stomp that foot over to the mount real quick. Pop off knee on belly. And I figure he's going to bump me and go to a single leg here, so I'm kind of ready for the next move. So step around, go over his head. Back to the back again. We got Beetle coming over, and that's my little dog. She'll bite people. She has no issue biting people. But I told Beetle I got this one handled. So she went back to her mom. So back on the Kimura trap here. Wearing my sleep Oura ring. Hopefully that doesn't snag on something. Moving into that dope mount position. Good round with Adrian. And we got my boy Jimmy.
Jimmy's on the back. He's looking to finish. Take him out, Jimbo. Oh, good try. Jimmy's got one of the nastiest guards. He's hard to pass. You know, he threads his legs 50-50 and stuff. Bolos. He's slick. He's real slick. Jackson over here, rubber guard, master. Fucked up his rib, but now he's back in action. Adrian for the vlog. Slam him. Slam him through the fucking mats, baby. Nice.
I got dancer
here. Former college football player. Shows up all the time, gonna turn into a killer. Mikey Music. We're starting to stack the medals for real. Just got done with some open mat. Got a few rolls with the color belts. Good to get a little sweat. Had to get the pads, and now I gotta pack my bags for Boston, baby. Real quick, gotta do this interview with Submission Radio, and then I'll show you what I'm packing. And then we're heading to Boston in the morning. Crack a cold one, get the mind right, huh? When people are late for interviews, it pisses me off. Okay, guys, packing up for Boston. What are we bringing? Bringing a little crew neck, bringing the blue Yeezys because they have the ultimate support, bringing some sweats, multiple shirts, some nice shirts, some workout shirts, a bunch of workout shorts for our workouts, maybe when I grapple and stuff, underwears, obviously. I'm bringing 3 mics so I can do a Red Hawk recap on Wednesday. Not sure who that guest is going to be. And then I'm bringing the Zoom H6. If you're wanting to do a podcast, that Zoom H6 is money. Learned that from Tim Ferriss. Bringing the Sustainable paddles. Computer so I can edit my stuff for Patreon. And then my backpack. Pretty simple. Couple rash guards. And then I got the body shield in the car. So... all right, before I jump on Call of Duty for a little bit with the boys, Mariah fixed me up a little salad nacho bowl, some cottage cheese, a little bit of beef. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the vlog. This week, I'm gonna be trying Monday through Friday, I'm gonna be trying to upload a vlog every single day on Patreon. And then we'll see, I'm gonna be doing a Patreon live this week also, and then doing some other stuff on Patreon. The vlogs will be similar to this one here, just following us along to Boston. We fly out 11 a.m. tomorrow. So check out my page, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.